Welcome back to Lady Arcaders Out of Bounds Toronto. I am here with Netara. How are you doing today?
I'm just doing great.
Amazing. I'm having a great time. You're going to be running Final Fantasy IV for us later tonight.
It might be running me, but we're not sure yet.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I got a few questions for you.
I'm ready.
First question, what was the game you played the most growing up?
This is one of them, Final Fantasy IV. I grew up playing both Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy VI when they first came out. They were two of the ones that we had, and we would literally, I'm old enough that we would rent Final Fantasy VI from the video store, and we were like, oh, we got so far. We were like the 3 scenarios, which is like really at the beginning of Final Fantasy VI. So we were like nowhere before we'd have to return it.
It seems to be a trend that a lot of speedrunners start speedrunning with like one of their childhood games. Was that the first game you started speedrunning?
Final Fantasy IV was, yes. Actually, this exact category is the very first game and category I ever speedran.
Going back to your roots on this.
Yeah, it's really good because a lot of RPG speedruns are really intimidating because RPGs are long. They're really, really long, and you hear about like 9-hour, 10-hour runs. But what I'm running is a partial category. Okay. So I'm not finishing the game. I'm only getting to a certain point in the game, and then that's the end of the category. Okay. So that helps make it a lot more attainable and achievable. It's a little over an hour run, and that's doable for most folks.
Yeah, definitely. That kind of leads me into my next question.
Okay.
So obviously, you played Final Fantasy IV growing up. Mm-hmm. What drew you to Final Fantasy IV as a speedrun?
Well, I was just always really interested in like playing it fast, going up, becoming a paladin. And I happened to be checking out YouTube and Twitch and things when they were really new. And I saw the Final Fantasy IV community was running like paladin percent races, full game percentage races, and different types of like miscellaneous categories. I was like, oh my gosh, I could do this. I could totally do this. So I made
you're super familiar with the game, like
right?
As well.
You don't realize how not familiar you are until you try to speedrun it live on Twitch for the first time. Right. And that's what I did, and I was like, I don't know where I'm going. But the entire FF4 community, they always look out for new runners, so they were like, there's a new runner. And they just showed up in my chat and being like, hi, hello, and I'm like, I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know what I'm doing, and they just helped me out so much. And
that's amazing. Yeah. I always love it when community members find new runners and they just like start flocking to the run and just like here's tip here's how to do it, like just like giving you everything you need
exactly
to succeed.
They're not like, hey, you're bad and should stop playing. They go, hey, you're new, here, how can we help you? And it was just incredible.
I feel like a lot of people think of speedrunning as a competition because of leaderboards, but it really is a community effort in most scenarios between like strat hunting and like sharing tips with each other and just like no one's upset if you beat their record. Everyone's congratulating each other all the time.
Exactly. It's a community first. Yes, is there fun competitions even within communities?
There is. There's
of course.
Rivalries,
yeah.
But it's always friendly.
Exactly. You keep it super fun. I know almost every year a bunch of the FF4 community gets together at RBG Limit Break, and almost every year we just have a casual practice room paladin percent race, and it's always interesting to see who wins this year, and sometimes it surprises even us. We're like, oh, okay.
Didn't think it would be me.
Didn't think it was that person. Yeah, it was great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, for people who are unfamiliar with this game, what is the biggest challenge or trick or just thing in the run that they should look out for while you're running?
So there are actually a fair amount of glitches in Final Fantasy IV.
I'm excited. I love glitches.
Yeah, glitches are super fun, and the most important glitch is within the first 10-15 minutes of the run. And I'm going to make it look much easier than it is, I hope. And
that's how most speedrunning skips are.
Exactly, but there's also step routes. And I need to be clear, I'm not step routing. That's not happening. We're not doing a single bit of step routing. But if you choose to get a more competitive time, it is incredibly complicated in Final Fantasy IV. There's 256 different encounter seeds, and you have to reset the game at a point. So you have to find your encounter seed mid-run.
Oh, wow. So step routing's kind of a form of very, very hard RNG manipulation. I'm
I wouldn't say RNG manip because there's still RNG outside of that, but it does, yeah,
RNG
it helps.
influencing or just
It's
gaining a bit more control, but
it is getting more
seems very difficult to do, especially in a marathon setting.
It is. Usually you have to have guides and things up. We have a really robust documentation for our runs and communities, so that helps a lot.
I bet you have like the game and then just all your resources to try to route it.
When I'm doing it like seriously, I have like 5 different things up on a different screen to be like, oh, I need to know where this goes. I need to know this step route, and it can be a lot, but it's satisfying.
Yeah. Well, it's nice that you don't have to worry about for this. My question is, what does your preparation look like for leading up to marathons? Any routines or rituals or last-minute practice or just anything that you like to kind of have in the back of your mind as you're going into an event like this?
Most of it is just trying to relax, honestly. It's we all get up in our own heads about it, and like you can run a game forever on Twitch and be fine, but the instant you know you're going to be in front of a camera, especially at a bigger event, it can really get to you. So it's just like, it's chill. You're going to have a good time. It's fun. I definitely did some practice runs in advance. I know this run so well, I don't have to do a huge amount of practice. I did, even before this, try and set up some encounter seed manipulation, and technology said no, and so did Final Fantasy IV. So that's okay. We'll just do it without, and it'll be good.
Yeah, at the end of the day, these events are just showing off, having fun, and just like sharing games we love with the community.
Yeah, FF4 senses fear, and even if it doesn't sense fear, it tries to create fear. It knows. So, things tend to go wrong in these runs, and you just roll with it.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Just gotta relax.
Yeah.
That's basically what you gotta do in speedrunning. So much of speedrunning is just like trying to relax your nerves.
Yeah.
Besides that piece of advice, what other advice would you give to someone thinking about speedrunning this game or just starting speedrunning in general?
Just try it. Just go into communities, try it. It doesn't matter if there is a leaderboard. If you want to run a game, if you want to make your own category, do it. If the leaderboard says, no, we're not going to add that, do it anyways. You don't need a time on a board. You don't need anything like that. Go and play the game you want to play the way you want to play it. There is an audience for you on Twitch. Do it.
I feel like a lot of times, and like I'm guilty of this as well, being like, oh, I really wish I could run this, but it's not a category. I'm just like, you know what? I don't have to submit to it.
Just
no
run.
one's stopping me. It's not a crime to not run this category. I'm just gonna do it. And
absolutely.
If they add it, great. If not, oh well.
You can track your own times. You can create your own community and track your times there. If whatever website and leaderboards won't accept
if whatever community is not accepting of it, then just kind of build your own niche, and your audience will find you.
Do what you need to do to run the game you want to run, and then the world is your oyster.
Amazing. All right. So my next question for you: if your controller could talk during your speed run, what do you think it would say? Stop pressing Y.
Please, I'm absolutely begging you. I know you're trying to match the text, but stop it. Press a different button. And the answer I have for you is no.
Is Y the only button you can press to match text, or can you?
But it doesn't do anything else. So why would I match buttons that are useful for something else?
Yeah, save the button that does nothing else for mashing text, and then everything else. So, but the controller's just like, please give my Y button a break.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, hey, I'm back. Yay.
Yay. All right. Well, my next question is there a game outside of your usual play style that you find interesting to watch but not play?
Zelda 2.
Zelda 2.
I am a known Zelda 2 hater, but when I say hater, I mean I hate playing it. I absolutely love watching everybody else play it. Watching people play Zelda 2 is amazing. It's so good. It's technical. It's beautiful. I'm never going to play it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Don't make me.
Why is that? Just too hard for you?
I am not coordinated. So there's a reason I do RPGs and not other types of speedruns, because people are like, oh, this trick is easy. And I'm like, I can't do that casually. So, no.
That's fair, yeah. Different types of genres for different people.
Exactly
Yeah,
that.
I'm into platformers. RPGs are not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
RPGs are for you.
Yeah, exactly that.
Amazing. Well, if your game was turned into a cooking show instead of a speedrun, what dish do you think would best describe your play style?
What dish would best? Oh, something that's super chill. It would be like a really fancy gelatin dessert because we're just chilling. We're mixing whatever in. We're just throwing some fun things in, and then we just gotta let it sit, and it's exciting.
That sounds very delicious and very relaxing.
And a little terrifying because sometimes you put things in Jell-O you shouldn't, but we're gonna giggle about it.
Yeah,
so.
sometimes you're like, oh, that was a bit spicy.
Look at cooking in like the 50s and 60s. There were some real fun gelatin dishes.
Yeah. All right. So my final question for you: do you have any inspirational women or femme that you would like to shout out?
Yeah, I do have to shout out my mom. Sadly, she did pass away last year, but she's the whole reason I play games and stream and do all of that. She was the one who played video games. Any games we got, like she was the one who was like, oh, I only play RPGs, so I'm bringing these RPGs into the house. Oh, this console has RPGs, we're bringing it in. So I have my love of all of that because of my mom. So, and she was super supportive. So
amazing. I love that you and your mom were able to share that hobby for so long.
Yeah, it was excellent.
All right. Well, with that, we are going to take a quick break while we get set up for the next run. Thank you so much, Netara, for joining me. This was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Don't go away. We will be right back.